am going to pass you over directly now to Daniel, who is going to speak to you.
Yes, we called SEO and we're based in Hadley, which is just up the road. It's a lovely place, you should visit. It's got a few good pubs. It's run by me and my partner. I'm very similar to between you and Sam. I'm probably more techie. My partner does a lot more content driven, as in I can't really write and I find it boring, so I hand it all over to her and she deals with all the clients for that. She also does the accounts, which I don't like at all. We work with small to large businesses that range really from one member of staff right up to 30. We also work with agencies, designers, developers and PR companies as well. Probably 60 to 70% of the work we do is actually white labelled through other agencies. So for us it's working very well. We offer basically SEO, online marketing. I should really look there and not there, shouldn't I? Yes, so we offer SEO, online marketing, brand reputation and conversion rate optimization. So it's not just about building links, it's also about turning your website into a brand. That's something I'm very passionate about, and also is my partner as well. So really, what SEO really is, okay? Give me an example, what's SEO to you? Anyone actually, he didn't want to answer. Yeah, so really what is SEO to some of you?
Somebody types something related to what you hope they're looking for,
yep.
Finds your website, hopefully on page 1.
Yep, page 1, that's something we hear quite a lot. Anybody else, what's SEO? Ian, not you. What's anybody else? Okay, that's fine, but we'll move on. We'll skip that because I've just messed that one up. So, okay, yeah, what is SEO? Well, according to Wikipedia, pretty much what you said yourself, search engine optimization is a process of affecting the visibility of a website or web page in search engines' unpaid results, often referred to as natural, organic or earned results. What people think SEO is, and we get this all the time, and it's quite annoying. SEO, people think it's the key to being rich. It's not, but it also is if you do it right. It's not a magic trick, and it's certainly not a phone line to Google. I don't have a direct line to Google, except the dog, to say, please put my client #1 in Google. We don't have that. We have to work for it, and more importantly, you have to work for it as well. It's not always about free traffic. SEO is about marketing. It's as simple as that. SEO and marketing has been like that for years. It's just that all of these industries have just started saying that. SEO is about converting people, okay? So it's not just about keyword rankings. SEO is also about bonding with others by making friends with people other than Google. Oops, daisy. And also, simply put, SEO is about improving life, more so for your website and for your business, by making things easier to find and use. And SEO certainly is not free, especially if you're going to be paying somebody like me for it. Or more importantly, what people think is if you're going to be spending a week of your month out of your business learning about it, then it's not free. It's not free at all. But it is rewarding, and it's also very profitable. I'm sure some of you guys know that already. This is a fact, and I'll go into that in a minute. SEO still has the highest return on investment. That's still now, and it hasn't changed in years. Maybe in the future, maybe so. But at the moment, it's still the #1 return on investment. And that's comparing to PPC, offline marketing, and social media. So let's prove it. I didn't write this, I stole this from Search Engine Land. So according to Bright Edge data, organic search was the largest driver of traffic to websites across sectors studied, and the largest driver of revenue. That's quite impressive, considering people say SEO is dead. Well, it's not. 30% of traffic to insurance sites in June 2004 came from search. Search isn't just about Google, it's about Bing, and what's the other one? Yahoo, which no one ever uses at all. Okay, so according to experiment conducted by Groupon, I'm sure we all know who Groupon is, up to 60% of direct traffic is also organic search. We'll go into that one in a moment. Because one thing what people do look at is in their analytics, they only look at organic, which is it's a dangerous game to be playing, but we'll go into that in a moment. Oops, daisy. Okay, so search marketing, including SEO, is the most effective channel for 85% of retailers, say shop.org. I have just missed one, so I apologise. Search is a starting point for 60% of travellers. So I think it shows itself, and this is other people's stats. Basically, search and organic is working, and it's very, very profitable. But as I said earlier, it's not free, so you need to use your time and your money wisely. But, let's just have a little sip of water, I'm drying up here. Google doesn't owe you a living, and this is one thing I hear a lot, is like, why can't I rank? Well, you haven't worked for it. Google doesn't owe you a living, I don't owe you a living. If you sell shoes and I want shoes, I don't have to use you, I've got other options as well. It's just business, the way it is, and Google is a business. So yeah, they don't owe you a living or a successful website. You must remember that, even though they are being quite kind about the mobile warnings. So simply put, SEO is about being wise with your time and your money. And why you must understand the basics of SEO. So simply put, what are the basics? This is, for me, the #1 rule for anyone. Sod the rest of SEO. Because if you've got your business, or more so your website, if you don't truly understand your website, it's not going to work. So some tips. I don't know why I have to click twice, I do apologise. So some tips about the basics of SEO, and I'm not going to go into on-site or how to do SEO, there's lots and lots of guides about that. Or more so, give me a call. Okay, so know your website inside out. Because you've got a website and you're paying for that website and you're a business owner, there's no excuse whatsoever for not knowing every page which is on your website. The amount of people I have come to me and I go to them, I go, have you got this? Have you got that? Oh, I don't know. What about, can you give me the payment process of when your customers are using your website? Oh, I don't know what they are. That's not good enough at all. This is your business, so you need to be proud of it. And that's one of the main basics of SEO. Okay, so simply put, and I've already pretty much said it, you should know how to find anything on your website without thinking about it. If you can't, your customers won't. You basically got, what, 8 seconds? I think people are saying, a blog I saw online earlier on, it said it's less than 5. So you've got 5 seconds to woo your customers. Record any changes that you make to your website and track performance. Who here submits their own blogs to their own websites? There's not as many as I thought. Do you actually track where those blog posts go at all? Well, I know you would. Okay. So what's the point of putting content on your website if you don't know what the results are going to be and what the actions are of the people who are going to read it? Because if you're just dumping it on your website, what's the point of having it there? You're doing it blind. Screen grab, this is also, so screen grab the Google results for your keywords. So if you do stuff, say like a blog post, for example, and you think it's doing very, very well, Google the title tag of, or the name of your blog post. Google it and see if anybody else is talking about it. Okay, and the good thing as well, and especially if you sell bags, what you need to be doing, and if you don't have any rank trackers or anything like that, you need to be going into Google, look for the keywords which you think you're doing very well for. See how your website sits in Google. But a good tip to do, providing you don't have rank tracking or anything like that, which rank tracking is where you are in Google. Okay, screen grab once a week or once a month. Screen grab the search results for your keywords where you think you're doing well. Screen grab it, and over time, look how you sit along here. I'm a little bit short compared to your competitors. And one of the things of the basics of SEO is not just what you're doing, but also what your competitors are doing as well. So use this to your advantage. Especially, I don't know if you ever had it, if you ever look at Google and then a new website pops up out of nowhere for your keyword terms. Well, if you've been doing this, you'll know when they've popped up, and then you can take action. But we'll go into that in a moment as well. Okay, this is another one here as well. So real basics of SEO. You don't need to be a genius to look at your own Google Analytics. Does everybody know what Google Analytics is? Everybody? That's made my life a lot easier. Okay, so yeah, ignore.
But I wouldn't say I'm necessarily good at it.
Do you use it?
Yeah, I look at it.
How often?
I'm not sure I understand every single aspect of it.
Okay, I may give you. I've got a couple of pointers here what may help you out a little bit. Because the most dangerous thing what happens with website owners, if you've got a good SEO, you don't really need to use your analytics that much, because a good SEO should be feeding that stuff back. I think Jane, where's Jane? Jane, ages ago, do you remember you had an issue with bounce rate?
Yeah.
And we looked at it together, and actually the highest bounce rate was people in America.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
You can't sell to America, so what's the point of worrying about it? So that's what analytics is about. Okay, so here, so the guy, that one, hello, okay. So you need to know the basics of your analytics. Even if it is logging into your Google Analytics, if you haven't got access to it, demand access to it, because it's your data about you and your business. All you need to do you know how to change the dates in the top right-hand side? This one, up here. All you've got to do is, so you don't need to be a wizard at it, is know how to change your dates. Especially at Christmas and January, you can choose the month of January and compare your sales or your traffic and compare it to December or to November. If November this year is really crap for sales, look at it last year and compare it. And you can write notes and do all of that sort of stuff with Google Analytics as well. So the most important thing for you in being a business owner, at least know your dates, at least know what you're looking for, and sod the rest for the moment. Know your planning is a must. You have a good website. I'm going to presume that some of you know about on-site SEO. You know about this isn't a guide to doing SEO, it's about what really SEO is. Okay, so you have a good website, but you need people to it. So you've optimized the hell out of it, which is fantastic. But it's not fantastic if your analytics is just like one session every single day or one person every day. So now we're going to talk about people. So what SEO do you want to do? It goes back to that plan. And there's actually a few options you can do. This one is called Black Hat. I wish this would die, if I'm quite honest with you, because it's cheating. But the trouble is, I pick up the pieces hell of a lot from people, and it's normally to do with sole traders as well. Craig, you do SEO as well, don't you? You could probably...
Yeah, you'll get caught.
Yeah.
So it's just,
Yeah.
it's not a case of when, it's a matter of, it's not a case of if, it's a matter of when. And when you get caught, welcome to page 20.
Exactly, yeah. Or sometimes page 50. Yeah. Okay, so Black Hat SEO. If you want to go down this road, it's absolutely fine. Okay, but what is Black Hat SEO? What Webipedia, I can never pronounce it properly, say. In search engine optimization terminology, Black Hat SEO refers to the aggressive use of SEO strategies, techniques and tactics that focus only on search engines and not a human audience. And usually don't obey by search engine guidelines. That's all the time, actually, because that's what Black Hat SEO is. Okay, so how do people use Black Hat SEO? Well, you can buy links, and it does work. Works very, very well if you want to go down that avenue. You can link swap. I'm sure how many of you have been approached by SEOs via email about doing link trades and guest posts and all of this sort of stuff? None of you? That surprises me. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay. Don't respond to them because they're crap. Okay. There's the sort of stuff which will tank your website. If you want to use link networks or private networks, you can do that. That's absolutely fine. You can go around hacking websites if you want to rank your website really, really quickly. I've known people, and I've actually demonstrated this myself many years ago. You can rank a website within a month. It does work very, very well. You can use link building tools as well. There's loads on the market there, absolutely loads. But most SEOs will refer to black hats as cheeky bastards. I hate them. if I'm honest with you, especially the ones who will do it on businesses' websites. Basically, when they pay that service, or they pay an SEO to do SEO, and they use this sort of stuff. It's really, really dangerous. Really dangerous. Okay, so does black hat SEO work? I've already answered that. Yeah, it does. Really well, sometimes. But should you use black hat? There you go. Not if you value your business brand or your reputation. Because simply put, Google, and as Craig said, Google will find you and they will destroy your business. There's a company who deals with timeshare based in Sudbury. I've been with them, or they've been with me for 18 months, and they were in a Google penalty. They were earning, let's say, a minimum of £80,000 per month purely by on-site leads, which is Google search and all of that sort of stuff. They got a Google penalty by using all of the tips and tricks what I showed you before. They were making £3,000. There was a little gasp there, wasn't there? Okay, you should gasp. So if you want to do black hat SEO, that's absolutely fine. But if you love your brand and your business, and more so your reputation, don't do it, okay? A lot of guides, and especially a lot of on-site or link building blogs, they'll tell you about doing this, that and the other. But the trouble is, a lot of stuff to do with SEO and what you read is, especially if an article is 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, it's out of date. SEO is about understanding and being fresh. Some blog posts or ideas from a year ago could actually cause you massive issues with your business. So it goes back to the point I said earlier, SEO is about using your time and your money wisely. Saving yourself probably a couple of £100 per month by using SEO tools could cost you thousands. And it could destroy your business. And if you've been in business for a long, long time, it sometimes works out cheaper to rebrand your whole website. Domain names, business cards, logos, you name it. Okay, don't do it. It's not worth it. And remember as well, rankings change daily, hourly, and by the minute. Especially with Google Plus, I'm sure you've all got a Google Plus or a Google account. You've all got your own mini version of the internet. So I may Google something within your industry and get completely different search results to what you would be getting or what you would be getting as well. So use your keyword rankings as a guideline. As long as you think they're doing okay, they'll be okay. But think of your traffic. Traffic is what pays your bills, what keeps your clients coming. You don't ignore your traffic. So think traffic, then rankings. Rankings are very, very good. When I get a client in the top 3, even in the top 1, I love it because I'm competitive. But if they do the next day, they'll drop down to number 6 for a few hours. Well, they've got other keywords. The traffic's still up 40% compared to last year. That's what you need to be looking at. If all of your keywords drop, you may want to look at that a little bit. Okay, but just don't get obsessed by it. Just look at it once a month and just go, yeah, that's cool. Okay, so, yeah. One more second. Do I do